Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, and this is your June monthly reading. For many of you, you may be celebrating a birthday this month, so happy birthday to you, Gemini. Today we're going to be doing a yummy Celtic cross reading. We'll get into your situation, your challenges, and everything to do with what's going on. And then at the end, we'll pull a special tarot card for the Gemini Collective. Do keep in mind, these are personal readings, so you want to only take what resonates with you and work with those energies. If you want more context, I always recommend checking your sun, moon, rising, and north node reading placements for additional information, and you can kind of put the puzzle pieces together based on your blueprint. If you're interested in a personal reading, I will have links in the description below, along with links to social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Creators on the Crest. I think that's everything, and I think we can get started here. All right. Just tuning in to Gemini energies here. The birthday babies. All right, and you just get to relax so while I pull these cards. Okay. All right, Gemini. I like what I'm seeing here. We're going to get into it. So for your current situation, you get the Fool. This is crossed with the Ten of Swords. So there may be some sort of challenge that you're facing here, that maybe you're trying to start something up or get something moving or get going on something, and you just keep getting kind of delayed or maybe knocked down a bit. We'll have to do some clarifiers, but it's looking like you're struggling. You do have definitely some challenges. Your focus is that movement. Your focus is, I need to get going on the trail that I want to be on. And it seems like you're standing still while you're doing that. Now, in the past, you're letting go of love. We've got the Page of Cups there. So there is some relationship possibly. I don't necessarily get that this may be an intimate romantic relationship. This could be a friendship that you've let go of, or you're just allowing distance to be created between you and someone else. And, that seems to be, at least it gives me that feeling of that's natural. It's natural for that to happen. In your strength is the Wheel of Fortune. There's the winds of change, the way that things are being woven here for you, and the movement that comes along with that is giving you a lot of fuel. Like, it's almost like things are going to change, even though you might feel a little stuck or a little paused at the moment. In the future position, you get the Death card, and those are energies of transformation. So we'll get some clarifiers on that, but that, of course, comes with movement. When we finally get the movement, we get the transformation, and we get the momentum that we're looking for. For advice and support, you get the Queen of Wands. I love that. It's a beautiful, fiery, strong, passionate energy. Could be, if you're letting go of one relationship, you may have a new relationship that's going to come into your life. In your environment, you get the Queen of Pentacles. I think that's a beautiful match for the environment. We could be looking at your home environment here, and it's feeling nice and stable. It's feeling good. Your energy is looking good. There's a peacock in the picture, so I feel like prosperity, and I feel beauty in the environment of the home. In your hopes and fears, you get the Three of Cups. So again, this is kind of leading me to, what you're letting go of. It could be a friendship. It could be a business partner or business relation of some kind, because Here in your hopes and fears, you're showing me, well, I really hope to make new partnerships and new collaborations and new friends. So you both hope for that, and you're both worried, will I, be able to replace the elements, some of the elements that were beneficial in whatever relationship I'm leaving behind. And again, it could be romantic. I don't necessarily get that feel with the Page of Cups. If it is romantic situation, it looks like it may have been a long time coming, and you kind of got yourself in the position where you were really ready for something new. So in the potential outcome, you get the Seven of Cups. I like this energy, the way it shows up here, because I feel like that's choices opening up for you when it comes to emotional support and love and maybe even self-care. So Gemini, let's get some clarifiers. What a cool layout here. This is, I like this layout here, even though we have challenges. So it feels like you just have a little hump to get over here. Let's clarify this Fool. So this is, your current energy, or maybe stepping out on something here. And clarifying the Fool, you get the Eight of Swords and the King of Wands. Now, wow, these are two very different energies coming in to clarify the Fool. Like on the one hand, you have this King of Wands, super strong, super passionate. Remember, in your advice and support, you have the Queen of Wands. So we have a little match going on there and in the energies. And the King of Wands is very determined. He's extremely passionate. He's a master of movement, momentum, making things happen, transformation, alchemy. Those are the kind of things you want to see. When you see the Fool card, you see that drive, that go get 'em. This could also be connected for some of you Geminis to an Aries energy. You could look for Aries in your chart, or possibly somebody you're connected to. Aries energy is coming in here, having an impact. But it also could represent your personality and how you're going out and getting what you want. Now, since we have this Eight of Swords here, that's a bit of self-imposed, Gemini, self-imposed mental entrapment. It feels very much like a mental entrapment. So I'm wondering if there's not some level of wounding that you're working on, or some sort of healing, and we'll keep taking a look here. But the Eight of Swords is showing up here. So you have the level of the self-imposition of something that's entrapping you. This could be, anything from just feeling a little lack of confidence. Maybe you're really branching off into some completely new field, and this is like, or you're taking a new business risk, or you're venturing off into the dating world again, or you've moved and you're looking for new friends in a new community. And so that can be daunting at times. And so that Eight of Swords could be coming in saying, hey, maybe take a look, take a little peek there inside yourself, Gemini, and see if you can clear out some of those energies. See if you can loosen. Your hands are free in the card. The card shows the hands are free. So the hands can untie any knots and work their way through unwinding all of that. Let's look at this Ten of Swords challenge here and get some clarifiers, because this is a defeated kind of feeling, kind of energy. And if there has been an ending of a friendship or a breakup, it could definitely be that. It could definitely be those energies. And, as I'm like shuffling and working my way through this reading for you, there are some jerky feeling kind of energies. So maybe things have just been a little bit chaotic, or a little more chaotic than you would prefer them to be, Gemini. So for the Ten of Swords, okay, you get the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. This is, I like these two feminine energies coming in, clarifying this Ten of Swords. Why? Because I feel like in whatever has made you feel defeated in this part of the cycle for you, there is great wisdom that is either upon you or on the other side of this. So it's very encouraging to see that with the High Priestess there. There's a lot of learnings, a lot of lessons, and you may say, hey, I'm tired of the lessons. Can I just get some peace? I feel that in your energy. Can I just get some peace with this situation? Can I just have things kind of mellow out? But you've also got this Queen of Swords here. And again, in the Fool energy, remember you had the King of Wands, and now you have the Queen of Swords combined with the High Priestess. You've got Queens over here. There is a lot. If you are a female Gemini, truly, this is about your queen energy and you coming into empowerment. If you're the masculine Gemini, this could be a partner that you have next to you, but this could also be you working with the positively charged energies within yourself. You could be working your way through being inspired by some sort of feminine energy as well, whether that be, you know, the positive aspects, negatively charged. Sorry, got my poles reversed here. That's what I'm saying, Gemini. Things are a little jerky in this reading, and I'm feeling a little topsy-turvy. So maybe you're feeling that. Maybe that's the energies for this month for you are just a little like here and there, you know, and trying to put your finger on it's a little hard. So I'm saying if you're the Gemini masculine, you're working with that negative charge of the feminine, and whether that be something that surrounds you or that charge inside of you, maybe putting a little more care into something. Maybe it has to do with picking yourself back up and kind of licking your wounds, so to speak. All right, I'm gonna take a deep breath and get a drink of tea here, Gemini, because, whew. I mean, air signs, you do like to kind of flitter and flutter around and flicker and take me here and there. But this reading feels a little like, and it could be the excitement from, you know, your birthday or other big events going on. Absolutely, it could have that, because I'm feeling kind of like, yay, and then oh, and then yay, and then, you know, back and forth. All right, so in your focus area, we have this Two of Wands. This is where you're kind of paused, and I think you're feeling this. I do think you're in the midst of really feeling this Two of Wands, where it's like, okay, I am focused on what I'm passionate about. I want to really get going on that path, but right now I'm still just kind of observing. In this card, there are a lot of animal helpers. You may want to work with deer or buck energy. We've got a squirrel, a rabbit, and some ravens in this as well. So if you are looking to work with some of those medicines, that might be helpful as you're really focusing on this. Now we have the Knight of Cups and the Justice card supporting this. So Gemini, I wonder if so much of your focus has maybe been taken up, like maybe for some of you, I'd mentioned a move, there could have been a separation, or something to do with a legal matter that is now like being resolved. I really don't see it as we move through the rest of the reading. I see it here though, maybe taking up a lot of your time and energy. And you may be trying to get to a place of forgiveness because you have the Knight of Cups here as well. Knight of Cups shows up and maybe offering yourself a little break from whatever this legal or imbalanced situation was. Like if it's a friendship that has ended and it just, you know, you just are getting used to the energies differently. Maybe it wasn't a very well-balanced friendship. Maybe it just wasn't very well balanced, and you're really having a look at that. And so the heart is involved here and the emotions are involved here. I think there have been some hurt feelings along the way, or even the emotion of anger and wanting, you know, some of these energies to settle and bring them into balance. I think they're coming in. I really do, from what I can see. We're going to clarify the rest of this reading, but it feels good where things are headed here for you in June. Okay, let's look at this Page of Cups. We're gonna pause here one more time to kind of look at what's happened here in the past and what you're leaving behind. Okay, so let's see here. Clarifying the Page of Cups, you get the Knight of Wands and the Two of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, this could have been a romantic partnership, and maybe you just kind of got yourself to the point where you were emotionally disconnected from it before it ended. And that's why I'm seeing this page here. So you still have love for the situation, maybe looking at the relationship as It did help me grow in these ways. It did help me transform. It did help me proliferate my life in a certain way. But this can also represent love and friendship, someone who felt like a brother or a sister to you, but maybe there was, you know, a betrayal or just an imbalance. I feel more of an imbalanced kind of situation. Could also be, you know, a business type situation, because when we're working hard and we're around the people we're working with, and, you know, they impact our lives greatly on a day-to-day basis. So it could definitely be that. Now you're very determined to work your way through this with the Knight of Wands, and I see you actively tending to your emotions here. So I really like that. I really like that. I see you going for the processing of the emotions. That's what I'm really liking about your reading, and I wish I could, you know, impress this upon some of the other signs, energies, some of the signs that tend to stall out and get themselves stuck. Earth signs, no offense, but sometimes the earth signs get a little, this is really nice energy. We're looking at the Page of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. We're putting transformational energies toward working our way through the emotions, right? Working our way through those, and there's no denying here. There's no denial. You are facing it head on, and that's what I like about it. The way the characters are set up, the way this looks, is you're facing this head on. Okay, let's look at your strength in this Wheel of Fortune. The winds of change, the Norns are weaving. Let's see what is going on here. Yes, okay, perfect. And this is what I was feeling for you, Gemini. So in your strength, you have this Wheel of Fortune, awesome energy. Movement is coming. Because why? Because you've put your determination and your energy toward addressing things. So when we address things, especially emotional things, and we resolve those and release and process and transmute and transform, we get movement, okay? And you have the Ace of Swords and the Three of Wands, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. And the reason I like this is because remember, you have this Two of Wands in your focus area, and you're progressing to the Three of Wands. You're moving closer. There's movement here. And although the Three of Wands, like the Two of Wands, is a reflective and kind of a card of, you know, I'm not quite moving all the way down the path. I'm not sailing in the ocean quite yet. It is, you're much, much closer. And the vision is much closer, and the clarity is much closer, especially with the Ace of Swords coming in. So you're seeing what new is coming in here, and this is your strength. You're seeing the change come in. So that's nice, because I feel like in your world, you are going to begin to get more of those reflections coming to you where you're like, oh, okay, wow. Oh, someone just, you know, I just met someone at the coffee shop or whatever, and they have this connection. Or my friend that I haven't talked to in 10 years reached out to me, and they had something, you know, that positive to help me with this situation that I'm going through. So it's that kind of energy. You're going to start getting the examples, and it's so nice when we have some confirmations reflect in the external environment. Let's look at this future card here. We have a little bit of a bump in the road here, I think, for you, Gemini, with this Death card. And again, death is transformation. We're talking about Scorpio or scorpionic energy. It's clarified by the Five of Swords and the Nine of Cups. And to me, this feels like in your new situation, or the newer energies that you're moving into, as these confirmations come in and you're feeling better about things, you are going to maybe hit a road bump where, I don't know if this is going to be a person, but something feels conflicting here to you. Something is going to catch your attention, and something is going to kind of reach out and grasp, grasp at your mind. And your energies are bringing me into your heart, because the Nine of Cups is coming in. Now the Nine of Cups, the character is sitting with their arms crossed. Okay, so there can be a bit of a closed-hearted energy. Maybe it's this person that you've let go of. They try to come back around and maybe throw a little shade into your game, or just, maybe they're trying to apologize. Maybe they're, who knows, trying to barter or bargain with you about something. I don't really see you opening up into that, but I see you feeling a little conflicted. I see you maybe feeling tempted or just confused and maybe regretful, possibly. But at the end of the day, with that Nine of Cups, I think you're going to maintain your peace. You may have to have the right boundaries, though, in order to do that. So that's where we go to, how is this person communicating with you? Are you allowing that to happen? Do you have them, like, if this is something that really, truly you do not want to pursue further in your life, have we disconnected on social media? Have we done those appropriate steps? If not, that is something to think about. Since this is coming up in the future, that might be the key for some of you to really look at that right now and really think about what kind of boundaries are you going to have and how are you going to uphold them, because it seems like something might come in the near future to try to throw you off. All right, let's look at this supportive energy of the Queen of Wands here. Oh, okay. Interesting. You get the Moon, and the Two of Wands comes up for you again, Gemini. You're really working, I do see your air energy in here, and I see the emotions, but as far as you challenging yourself and your learning and growth, you are really working with fire energy and the energies of transformation. There is something that is arising up out of your subconscious, okay? And I feel like it's almost like a natural thing that wants to arise at this time in your life for some reason. For some reason, there's something that is naturally meant to arise from your subconscious, probably because you have moved through this situation and done the work, addressed the things you need to address here. And I see you mastering. Like, this is showing me a mastery of that Two of Wands, a mastery maybe of being in the moments where you do take the time to pause and you do take the time to really observe and take note of the landscape around you. And this is serving you really well, honestly, because remember, this is clarifying the Queen of Wands, and she is fire energy, but she can be more subtle, more of maybe a slow burn than the King of Wands, right? Who is like a real external fiery. This is more internal for you. This is more subconscious. And since this comes up in your advice and support, you're meant to work with whatever's arising from your subconscious. Sometimes we talk about the subconscious and it's all about, oh, you need to do this subconscious healing and reprogramming and all of this. I actually feel like in this particular energy vibe here that you've got going, this is, for whatever reason, it's almost feeling like you have worked through some sort of theme for yourself, and now something beneficial is arising from your subconscious that's going to help you move forward. I see it being a very personal experience for you. It may be something that you do discuss with someone in a private setting. I don't see you being externally public about this. So this is something more private. And since it comes up in advice and support, keep it private. It's for you to work with in a very supportive, either with yourself or with a very trusted mentor or colleague, or even a close friend that you trust and know can be there for you with this information. Okay, in your environment, we have that Queen of Pentacles, and honestly, I don't know, maybe you've been thinking about, this is going to sound kind of earthly, but it's what it is. Maybe you've been thinking about redecorating or rearranging your home or redoing something. I see you kind of going back and forth. Maybe you're trying to make a choice. Maybe, because I did feel like movement energy, maybe some of you are trying to select a new place to live. Maybe some of you are looking at a completely different location from where you're at now. And it's interesting because we get the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So the Two of Pentacles represents, you know, maybe kind of looking at something, deciding what you're going to do. The Queen of Pentacles is very grounded, stable energy, and the Eight of Wands is very fast moving energy. So if there's been any delays here in something to do with your environment or something to do with you making a decision about that, it looks like energies are now going to shift and come in pretty quickly. But they're working nicely with the stability element, which I like. So again, the home, maybe even the financial areas of your life are feeling pretty good. Maybe you're making a decision about investing, perhaps. Could be that kind of a decision. But it's looking positive. It's definitely looking like stability and quick moving energy. Quick opportunity for earning, perhaps. Okay, could be a cash injection. That's what we call it in the coaching world, right? Cash injection coming in. All right, in your hopes and fears, for the Three of Cups. So this is you wanting that wonderful collaboration, new friendships. You know, you're working on all these energies. You get the Five of Wands and the Sun. And I really think that this is challenging, because if we're looking at it from the angle of fear, you could be carrying a slight fear of like, oh, I won't make new friends. I won't like my new boss. I won't like my new landlord. I won't, you know, like my mortgage broker, you know, or I don't know if I'll get along with, you know, the people in this area or whatever it might be. You have a few of those thoughts floating around, like, ooh, there might be conflict here. But on the hopeful side of things, if you can try to take that, any kind of conflict energy you feel, and turn it and just look at it from a different angle, and look at it as training opportunity, a growth opportunity, maybe working together. You know, I think of like working together to put a puzzle together, or working together to one of those escape room experiences, you know, something like that. Like if you just take a look at it as like, okay, where we're different, we can come together and somehow move the pieces around and make this work. And that ultimately is very beautiful, because there's a diversity of the spirit, of the energies here that's coming in, diversity in your own delightfulness about this. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. And so this is also you being able to make that choice to look at it differently, and instead of it be fearful, let it be hopeful, and then bringing in those energies of positivity, happiness, the Sun. Okay, let's look at the potential outcome here with the Seven of Cups. This is choices. I like these choices here. The Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so Gemini, you know, you're almost like, you're the kind of Gemini that you grow by being tested, okay? And I think what I'm seeing here with this Five of Pentacles, it's like a test for yourself. A test for yourself of like, I am empowered to make the best choice. And I can either worry and get all up in a knot about, is this going to work out, and what if, and, you know, like overthinking too many scenarios, and just kind of putting yourself in a place of disempowerment. And the Knight of Pentacles comes in and says, hey, okay, so here you have all these choices. Let's maybe move a little more strategically, a little more slowly, while at the same time, Gemini, who's testing yourself, while not letting the fears and the triggers and any kind of like failure or abandonment or betrayal kind of energy sneak up and poison your decision. Okay, so it's very important that whatever decision that you're making, However, this month, comes to a decision point for you, remembering that it's part of the journey, and remembering that it's important for you to make the decision free of the fear of failure, especially the fear of failure for you. And I'm wondering if the supportive energies arising from your subconscious won't be able to help you with that. So you want to take more of a strategic approach here, from what I can see, when you are faced with a big decision here. And it feels like it's a decision that's related to the newer energies that you're moving into. Wow, Gemini. Wow. I always love when it's a sign's like birthday kind of, time frame, because they really give it to me. Okay. Gemini, we are going to pull a card from the Herbcrafter's Tarot for you to close off this reading. Ooh, you got the Chariot, and it is connected to the cedar. So for those of you who work with plants and trees, cedar, and you can also burn cedar, it is your friend. And I believe it also comes in like an essential oil as well. Life is a forward-moving gift, Gemini. Embark on a deeper quest. Learn from ancient wisdom and forge a new path. Cedar is both a spiritual vessel used in sacred ceremony and a literal vessel when it is used for making canoes. Like strong, flexible cedar roots finding their way through the forest, be determined and opportunistic. Travel between the worlds of heaven and earth. Bring the knowledge of spirit and soul into the body, just as the cedar trunk contains the stories of the earth. Have faith in the experience. It is not the triumph, but the journey that leads to mastery. Gemini, cedar, the Chariot. What a beautiful energy for you, because it does indicate movement, but it's balanced and controlled, right? We have the poles, and cedar. What a lovely gift to offer yourself, and the fact that you can work with it very tangibly in your life as well. Gemini, it has been a pleasure to do this reading for you. Thank you for joining once again, and I'll see you next time.